Hello everyone, my name is Rolf Trond and I welcome you to ChangeCockpit Copilot Edition. ChangeCockpit Copilot Edition is a free extract from the full Change Cockpit. The full Change Cockpit consists of all other Microsoft 365 workloads, and normally we announce there around 120 to 130 changes every month. So this is only about changes which are rolling out this and the following month, and this also applies to the following changes regarding Copilot. So let's start with Microsoft 365 Copilot changes for this I don't see any questions, so let's hop on to Microsoft 365 Copilot, first part for the unlicensed part. Sorry, mistake on the slide. It's not the license. No, Microsoft 365 Copilot is wrong. As mentioned, it's for unlicensed users. So if the chat is used in web scope, if unlicensed, you only have web scope, and files and emails can now be integrated in the prompt using a /sign. Emails only works in Outlook, obviously. And except for this inclusion, the web scope will remain limited to web. Makes perfect sense. And as mentioned, you will get the Copilot chat in Outlook, and in there you can summarize a particular email. You can't work over several emails at once. You cannot summarize the whole inbox or get out the most important parts from your inbox, but at least without the license you can summarize a particular email. Then you will get in Copilot chat. This also applies to the licensed users, by the way. When you have Copilot chat enabled, then you will get this new library section on the left side menu, and this new library section will consolidate the generated images like from chat or create experience, and the pages section will be removed and will be replaced by the new library experience as well. Then for Outlook Mobile, you will get this new Copilot chat overlay, the Copilot button. Clicking this button or pressing this button will then start Copilot, and now the overlay is context aware. So if you have a user with a Copilot license, this will get better and personalized responses, and the other ones just basic responses, but at least you have a Copilot experience even without a license. If you have existing policies or admin controls, this will be preserved. Then we have a new rewrite option in Edge. You can select where you can enter some text. Let's say in a form field, you select this text, right-click this text, and then click on rewrite, except if you have a DLP policy which restricts access to page content, or you can also configure this feature using Edge configuration compose inline enabled or using an ADMX or group policy. Then org-wide sharing of user-built Copilot agents will get a control. So after this update, you will be able to configure who in your organization is able to share a user-built agent from the Copilot Studio agent builders, either all users, no users, or specific users. So at the moment, that's quite a special experience. We have the option to choose who can access agents. If you enable this to all users, then all your users can access agents, depending if you enabled agents with pay-as-you-go, if the user has no Copilot license. But if you set this to all users, then this also means that all users can create agents. That's not configurable yet, at least, but with this new update, at least you will be able to configure who can then further share this agent if you created or if this user created one. Then we get some usage report updates for agent usage in preview. So you will see the agent adoption in there, like total number of active agent users, user breakdown per user and per user agent pairs. That's quite interesting. You also have segmentation by a license state, so licensed versus unlicensed Copilot users, and the segmentation by agent creator as well. Another usage report update is the Copilot Search usage report. This contains active users and average daily active users and so on. So you have more regarding Copilot Search, more in-depth views. Then the chat usage in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, as last month announced, even without a Copilot license, you will get the Copilot chat experience in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. You cannot access any other documents in your environment. That's not possible, but at least you can work with your current open document. So you can also summarize the current Word document when you ask Copilot chat in there to do so. So no more copy paste needed between Copilot or other AI systems and Word. You can do it directly inside Word. Now, having these new features which are rolling out now as well, you will get now the usage report for these features, like chat usage report for unlicensed users. So you see how many users are using Copilot, let's say in Word, without the license. For usage report, we will get now the possibility to add users to an exclusion list. If you add users in there, then they will be excluded from Copilot dashboard in Viva Insights, Manager and Teams Insights, Advanced Insights, and Copilot Chat Analytics. And you can do the exclusions either using a CSV upload or using an Entra ID group. Then for tenants without any Copilot licenses, they will have now the service health available in Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. All tenants with at least one Copilot license will remain in the Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft 365 category for service levels. And another quite important one, for if you are using or your users are using the Copilot applications, the installed one in Windows, then the exe file name will change from WebView to M365 Copilot.exe. This will happen with the update in September the 20th, so in three days. And if you are using, let's say, as an example, Defender Application Control or other whitelisting tools to whitelist which services can run on your clients, then you need to update these as soon as possible. Some overflow changes for unlicensed is the agent permissions in the admin center. Actually, that's a repetition of a change from last month. And then scope knowledge support for declarative agents in VIP connectors like Jira or so. Switching to Microsoft 365 Copilot for licensed users. First one, the new researcher agent gets output control. So before you start a new researcher agent, you can now choose or a query in researcher agent, you can now choose your report length, like short or comprehensive. If it's still too long, you can use Copilot to summarize it further. Then that's the one part, and the other one is after report, the output format can be selected, including open in Word. Till now, you could open all answers, even chat answers to Copilot pages. And from there was a change rolled out to copy the Copilot page content into a Word document. And now you will get the open in Word button directly. Looks like users still choose to use Word instead of Copilot pages, which is a loop component. Then this button will also be introduced in the normal chat experience. It's not on the screenshot yet, but we have seen the Word button just before, and the same Word button will be available as an action in the regular Microsoft 365 Copilot chat. Then you have an update regarding Word and PowerPoint. When this Copilot chat for users without the license will be rolled out, at the same time the whole chat experience will be replaced. So this chat experience will get shared memory and unified chat history between applications. So your Word knows what you had in the chat box in Excel as an example, so because it's the unified chat history. And the chat experiences, when this will be upgraded, all your history in Word and PowerPoint will no longer be available. That's why it only applies to the Copilot licensed users, because only these users had the chat or have the chat already available in these applications. This will be a fresh start, and if you need your chat histories in there, then admins can request this using via Microsoft support. And then there is a feature timeline update in this same message center post regarding particular features in Word, like generate an audio overview of your document, which is coming in October, have a voice conversation about your document in real time in October and November. And for PowerPoint, translate presentation is already available, add speaker notes to current presentation, or create a presentation in the current presentation, which is also available. So that's just some updates. They are using a message center post about announcing one change, and at the same time they are re-announcing timelines for all or some other changes. Anyway, switching to Teams in Copilot, you will have now user-controlled on-off toggle. So active Copilot experiences can be ended using one button called Turn Off for Everyone. And this will turn off all Copilot experiences like recording, transcript, and facilitator if they are active. And therefore, Copilot has no longer access to any content in this meeting except one which was available while it was turned on. If you only want to turn off facilitator agent, you can also just kick it from the meeting. That's another possibility. Then we have now AI workflows in Teams in the Workflows app. In the Workflows app, we will see now AI workflows in templates and also some templates for. And for this to work, in addition to the Microsoft 365 Copilot license, you need the optional Connect experience turned on. By default, this is turned on. So if you didn't turn it off, this feature should be available. PowerPoint can now reference or use loop components when creating presentations with Copilot. This is only for creating presentations. Microsoft always distinguishes these changes. Probably next month I will announce that if you create a slide with Copilot, you can reference loop components. So this change now only applies to creating whole presentations with Copilot, and then you will be able to reference a loop component. For Word, document statistics will get an update. Document statistics is the successor of the auto summarization feature. So the auto summarization, when you have a Copilot license and you open a Word document, you will get this auto summarization on top of the document. And this will be extended using several, or there will be several tabs, and these tabs are called dynamic document snapshot. And now the activity tab in the dynamic document snapshot will get the author, the last modified date, and number of times opened. Viva Engage will add public discussions from public communities and storylines in Copilot grounding. So you can, if you search for stuff, you will also find these public community discussions and storylines in the results. That's in addition to the already existing question posts from public communities, storylines, and answers. Then SharePoint Online News, if you're using Viva Connections and are publishing news and your users are consuming the news in Viva Connections, then there is a new listen to a news briefing button in the upper right corner for licensed users. And if they are, let's say, on the go, then they can consume these news using an AI-generated news briefing. And the same applies to mobile applications. So in Viva Connections in mobile, then you will get this as well. SharePoint Online Document Libraries get the AI actions. This is already available for OneDrive. These are coming now to regular SharePoint Online Document Libraries in SharePoint sites. And this enables then summarized content using Copilot, compare files, generate FAQs based on files, ask questions, and another one, create audio overview. So this audio overview is coming now everywhere. Me personally, I think it's a really great feature because you can have, especially for meetings recap. If you are on the go and you missed a meeting, then you can have this audio overview which will recap the whole meeting, even if you prefer to have it in a podcast style than two virtual people will present to you in a podcast style the recap of this meeting, which is quite fun. So you can access these menus or these options either using the AI Actions menu after selecting the document, or hover over a file and then you will get the options. Then for transcription use in Word, Web, and OneNote, this was limited to 300 minutes per licensed user, and this will now be increased to 30,000 minutes per month per Copilot licensed users for transcription. Viva Insights will get a new Power BI report for Copilot agent metrics, like for summary of agent adoption and so on. And then we have Copilot dashboard, some new chat adoption metrics, also for non-Copilot licensed users, how they work with Copilot chat, like usage trends over time and adoption by group, and more options in there. Thank you for watching. Feedback is always welcome. If you have any questions, please follow up to me either using Teams or email to rolf@changecockpit.ch. If you would like to see more and all the other workloads, please feel free to sign up on changecockpit.ch or changecockpit.cloud for free demo. Thanks for watching and see you next time.